Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Bullet Train. And I know this is October, and usually in October, or at least last year, I talk about nothing but horror movies, but I decided to take a break and to talk about something else that I saw in theaters. And I feel as though if I'm not going to talk about it now, then I'm probably never going to talk about it again, or I'm just going to forget to. And this movie has a huge cast, and I'm not going to really describe the plot of the movie, and I'm just going to get into what I liked and didn't like about the movie. And overall, I thought it was decent. I had fun. And to sum up everything, if you're willing to suffer through like the first 30 to 40 minutes, which I find to be really dull and kind of stupid and lame, but you're willing to watch the rest of the movie, which is like 2 hours long, then I would say that it's kind of worth it. I mean, it's not great, but by the end of it, it's fun. And my experience while watching this movie is not only just what I described, but also like there were some nice subtleties throughout the movie, and like how things got reincorporated, and there's lots of that going on in this movie, and there's lots of really good comedy in the film that I really enjoyed, and there were some characters that I really liked, and thankfully the characters that I liked the most had the most screen time, and that was something that I really liked about the film. And there's lots of really well done scenes in this movie, and the setups and payoffs are pretty well done. And if I'm going to criticize anything, I would say that there were too many characters in this movie, and there were too many storylines going on to the point where it kind of got a little convoluted. But the movie does understand that, and it tries its best to keep everything nice and simple, and each scene on its own is good, and like after the first 30 to 40 minutes or however longer the movie, I don't know at which point it stopped being boring and became really entertaining, but when it works for me, it really works, and when it doesn't work for me, it's not terrible. It's just really slow, and this movie does take its time, and it does feel like it's way longer than it actually is. But once it starts going and it really commits to what it's trying to do, it's really entertaining, and that's one of the best parts about the movie is that it's not boring once it's a lot of fun. And the last third of this movie is gave me everything I would want from a movie like this. And it was fun, it was violent, and the action is kind of cartoonish but still fun, and the special effects in the movie cartoonish but fun, and it's from the same director as Deadpool 2, and it did feel like I was watching a movie from him, and throughout most of it, it did feel like I was watching a movie that was inspired by like Guy Ritchie movies, and like trying to capture the tone of his movies like Snatch or The Gentleman. Those are the two movies that come to mind when I think Guy Ritchie, because I haven't seen too many of his movies. But from those two, it kind of feels like that's what he was going for. And there's lots of really good moments of dialogue, and it's really funny at a lot of points, like I said already. And it was entertaining and fun. And the music in the first 40 to 30 minutes, I wasn't super on board for. I was getting kind of annoyed by it, but somehow it just stops becoming annoying and just figures out what it wants to be and becomes a good movie. And I do feel as though this movie could have been shorter, but there isn't too many things that I don't like about the movie. I think Brad Pitt is hilarious in this movie, and there's lots of great characters that I liked, and there's some nice fun moments that I also really enjoyed. And I do feel as though the payoffs in this movie are probably the best parts of the movie, and the last act of the movie is great, and it gives you exactly what you would want. And if you ever come across this movie, check it out. I don't really have too much to say about it. It was a fun experience for me, and I would just recommend it. And don't look up too much about it, because I feel as though the less you know about it, then the better it's probably going to be. And just to enjoy the movie for what you get. going in blind. And with all that being said, I'm going to give Bullet Train a 6 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos as always. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought of Bullet Train, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Friday the 13th, Part 2. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.